All serve the one, or stepping out of polarity. January 18, 2015. I make a space for communion with my guidance team today. Though this is something I'm open to all the time these days, still, in this formal setting, is there anything you would wish to share with me? Aster. We would point out that there's no time that isn't communion with us. We attend you and all of you always. It is only a matter of choosing to bring attention to us. Our attention to you never wavers. So it seems from what you always share with me. It's true, my attention is the one that wavers. Aster. Indeed it does, but we would remind that this doesn't matter. You're sovereign and it's up to you to determine what's in your best interests in every moment. Though we're here in support for you, and by we include the heavenly hosts and the ascended masters, and also those beings you would refer to as extraterrestrial beings too. Even those beings who have disrespected your sovereignty have served you too, and in the bigger picture, aided in your development. No matter what can be discerned and known about their intent, they too have been agents of the One. This is the most difficult thing to understand, since it will not yield its truth and wisdom in linear thought which operates only in duality. To know this truth asks for a broader view, one that doesn't polarize and take sides, but instead looks at the whole as unit instead of having a pendulum that either takes one extremity or the other into account exclusively. We would say to remain in this polarity won't resolve the issues caused by this polarizing in the first place. This is again another tall order to ask those of us living within this polarity to abandon taking sides, I think. It's presenting as counterintuitive, maybe even suicidal, to try taking a neutral view of what is being done that causes a whole lot of damage to our world. Most of us are either angry or disgusted with it. Aster. And yet, we would say that those who promote what angers and disgusts are those who have made conscious that which there's a need to bring consciousness to. Have all sleeping ones done this for themselves? We don't perceive things this way. What we perceive is both the crumbling of the old and the building of the new. The building of the new will not be building of the new unless the errors of the old are known and understood too. Without those who make such issues conscious with their extremities, how then will the awareness be brought to the surface for view? Much of what is currently occurring on Gaia is occurring because of a long period of unconsciousness. Knowledge hasn't been lost forever, it's just been veiled by being outside the realm of awareness. While we know there's a popular concept that this veiling was done to humanity and that this was done to control and enslave, we would say, from our view, this has been done by humanity to itself. When we look at humanity on Gaia, we see it as a unit. This unit has chosen to give away its choices to others, and what is happening now is the return to personal responsibility for all. All beings are inherently creative and create in various forms which are dramatic. The interplay of this drama unfolds across the world, and it's the sacred drama of life unfolding. The will of the divine has brought forth the stream of source that will bring about fuller awareness on all levels of Gaia's kingdoms. This is so for all realms, even including the realms we inhabit too. This is the message we get from everywhere these days. Aster. Like the trumpets of prophecy, this is the call of the sacred time. Fuller awareness is come to all, and the nature of it is to recall the sacred nature of all that is. For this we rejoice and our celebration is mighty. With this recalling of sacred truth is the ability to rebalance into a space of awareness beyond duality. This makes it possible for the first time in a long, long journey to co-create using the inherent abilities within all forms of life. Watch carefully the kingdoms of nature upon Gaia at this time. They will show the way to true ownership of this being, in co-creation and in alignment with the divine will at this time. Without the resistance that troubles humankind, these kingdoms are showing a path for humanity to follow. A good point, but one I think is going to be lost for most. Humanity is pretty self-centered, and not so inclined to notice much beyond the end of their own nose. Aster. We aren't here to judge this, Even this feature of conscious awareness or unawareness is serving the sacred purpose of the One. We are only pointing the way to directly perceive the path to push beyond the polarized and extreme duality viewpoints. Those who choose to follow this pointing finger will surely find some expansion. Well, thank you for the pointer. I'll use it to remind myself to take a broader view. Also, it's a good reminder to reconnect my awareness to Gaia herself. I think it's true that humankind are perhaps the least intelligent in simply being in alignment with Gaia herself. You've given me a lot to contemplate this time, and I thank you. Aster. With love we share our perspective. We love you and bid you farewell for now. Farewell. Channeled by Andrea Scully. AndreaStarOO.com